Hi, Kendra.
Oh, good, Ken.
Good. So anyway, John and I were just shooting the breeze. Kendra, let me give you a quick little update on John, who he is, and my phone is about to die, and I just looked at it. It's unplugged. Hold on, give me a second.
Okay.
There we go. So John has the distinction of being the second best looking and second most intelligent man on the planet.
On this phone call?
On this phone call.
Yeah, so won't tell you who the first one is, but yeah.
I already love his sense of humor.
Yeah, that's right. So John and I have known each other for a long time, back when we both had a little more up here. Well, actually, John, you still have a lot up here.
Yeah, it either turns gray or it turns loose. So I don't know who got the better end of that bargain.
Gee, my nitty, mine's gone. So, but John and I have known each other for a long time, done a bunch of stuff together. And so, yeah. So I was just telling
I introduced Chad to the best pizza in Phoenix.
Yes, he did.
He didn't believe me, but I made a believer out of him.
Yes, he did. Yeah. So, Kendra, when are you coming to Phoenix again?
I don't know. I'm trying to get out to my mom's house, so we're thinking probably March, the end of March.
Okay. Yeah, I'll bring you. I'll bring you to that place when you come
the
out.
Pizza place, okay.
I'll bring you to the pizza place when you come out. So,
all right.
But all right, John. Hey, Kendra's going to jump on because Kendra, my sweet lady friend, is going to start doing all my onboarding stuff because she's a freaking rock star.
Oh,
and so the key to your success is to get someone like her, but you can't have her.
I won't leave. No worries.
Yeah. So she's going to start doing all of our onboarding. And so I invited her on today to learn how we do this. So let's pretend like we haven't chatted yet. Okay. So because we're just recording, so that's why Kendra can have it for her record, so she can go back and look at this. So just FYI on the recording, so every time we'll do a call like this, we'll do it on the same Zoom link that you have. That'll be our Zoom room that we always do. And your number one job when you come on is to remind me to hit the record button.
Okay. Hit the record button, Chad.
Yeah, there we go. And but that way, so if we do the record button, then that way you always have a copy of what we're doing, and we can go back and listen to it, reference it, because there's a lot of stuff that we'll talk about that we're going to forget. And so it helps us do that. Also, Kendra will set up a Google Drive folder that we'll work from. And so the three of us will be able to work from. She'll give you access to that probably a little bit later on today. And then so all of our notes will go in there. Any homework assignments, everything that we need will just stay nice and tidy and organized in that one, in that little folder. And you'll wonder what happened to me because it's going to look really clean and nice and organized, and it had nothing to do with me. So, but yeah, so you'll get that. So what we'll do is we'll always use recordings, and we'll always use the Google Drive, and then that way it just keeps everything nice and tidy. That way Messenger can stay for personal stuff, and Google Drive can stay for business stuff. So it's
okay. I have a question.
Yes, sir.
When I signed up for the appointment signed up for a 30-minute time slot. Are we on that?
We're on the time slot. I have a coaching call in 25 minutes. So
I have a coaching call in 25 minutes as well. That's why I'm asking.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll definitely have to both be done by 9:00. Yep.
Okay, great.
So, but yes, sir. So let's jump in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through just a basic onboarding process to get to know you a little bit, and talk about what your goals are, what you're trying to get done, and then how we can help, and then we'll put a game plan moving forward. Yep.
Okay.
So, all right. So John, I mean, I know a lot of this, but I'm going to act like I don't. So John, give us a quick little 2-minute rundown on what you're doing and what you're thinking about doing.
I help leaders lead better. And because I have so much experience in the Christian realm, I've found that a lot of my clients, a lot of pastors reach out to me because the people that I encounter most are either about to start something, or they've just come through a crisis, or they're in a little bit over their heads, or they're just sort of stuck in a rut. And so in those 4 places in particular, you need some help. You need somebody from outside of your system who can see things that you've grown blind to. And I come from a systems background, and by systems, I don't mean like a lot of times in pastoral coaching, when you talk about systems, you talk about a giving system and a volunteer system and those sorts of things. I think more globally in terms of family systems dynamics and how they play out in local churches or even in local governments, and those human dynamics that are at work, whether it's triangulation or a lack of differentiation, or when we make decisions based on our anxiety and fear rather than our principles. And I try to not impose my values on a client, but rather help a client discover their values and then help them live those values out with integrity.
Right.
So that's what I do.
I love it. And so what's the outcome for a potential client? So what's their, if they hire you, what would be an ROI for them? So what benefit is it to an organization to hire you?
So 3 things. 1, I help leaders develop healthy congregations by being healthy themselves. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I can perform some I can help people develop some self-care practices that will keep them in ministry for the long haul rather than burning out, because the burnout rate among pastors is alarmingly high. And then the third thing is I help them develop communication skills that improves not only their leadership capacity, but also their preaching abilities. So those are the 3 things that I do.
Okay, so I love that. Now let's talk about a monetization. So how do you get paid?
Clients pay me directly.
Okay,
that's how I get paid. So okay. I charge right now. I charge $150 an hour, and when somebody signs up for a year's worth of coaching, we meet twice a month. And then I do some phone call, email, text stuff in between. But I usually sell a year's worth. But I'm trying to develop a new system. And I think I sent you a text of the picture, just sort of I'd drawn it out on a little thought pad of a 12-week system that can turbocharge someone's health. And I sent that. I think I sent that.
Yeah. The who are you? What do you want?
Yeah. So that's a 12-week session, 1 hour per week that I would like to sell for $3,000.
Okay. So which is a good rate for. Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about. So I'm gonna draw something on the screen for you to just get your juices running. And I apologize. I should have had my iPad on because it is upstairs and it is charged. And because I can draw this a lot better on a iPad than I can on this, but so just bear with me. So this is what we call a basic value ladder. Okay. Mm-hmm. You've seen me do this before, but so down here at the bottom we have what we call lead magnet, and then you have what you call a tripwire. Now a lead magnet, what a lead magnet is, it's something that you give away for free as an ethical bribe to be able to gain somebody's contact information. Okay, so name and email address. Okay, Tripwire is something that you sell them that's worth a lot of money, but you only ask for a few bucks for it to help them. And you accomplish 2 things with that. 1, you break the big psychological barrier of them actually paying you money online. 2nd, you gain all of their information, like the credit card information, everything like that, stored on an encrypted server. So that way they don't have to put it in again. All they got to do is push a button, and it makes, when they start paying you big bucks, it makes it really easy. Okay, the core product, this is what you're going to build that is going to bring you the most amount of residual income. Okay, this is the sort of the heartbeat of your business, and you want to be able to work on this once and then set it and forget it, but make money 24/7, 365 for a while. Okay, so and then you have the upsell. People who get your core product, they're going to ask, what else do you have for me? And you need to have something that they can purchase from you that's not going to cause you a lot of pain, not a lot of heartache, but yet they can open up their wallets, give you more money. But then up here is really where we want you spending the majority of your time, which is what we call your high ticket offer. And this is where I tell clients, you're going to have to find me somewhere between a $15,000 and a $25,000 high ticket item that we can build for you. Because when we build out this value ladder right here, we're going to spend the majority of our, can you see my screen, by the way?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You're going to spend the majority of your time at the beginning. We're going to spend the majority of our time right here at the beginning building this for you, building your core product. But as soon as we get that done, I want to move as quickly as possible up here to this high ticket offer right here, because this is where you make a lot of money. So, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about a goal real quick. Okay. So let's talk about a 12-month goal. Okay. And we're going to put this in terms of a dollar figure. So in a 12-month goal, 1 year from now, when you and I sit back here and we do a 12-month review, how much money has John Turner made from this project?
$150,000.
Okay, so $150,000. So then what we do is we come here and then we got to reverse engineer the entire process. Okay, so if you've got a product that sells $3,000, okay, how many clients can you take at one time?
One-on-one?
Yes. So how many of these $3,000 coaching clients, what's your capacity for the amount of $3,000 coaching clients you can take?
20.
20. So what you've done is then, so that's $60,000, okay? But that's $60,000 over the course of a quarter. So if you were at capacity, you have a financial capacity of $240,000 for the entire year. Does that make sense? That's if you're at capacity, starting day one, and you just work. Okay. So what I'd like to see you do is I'd like to see you cut that in half. So what I'd love to see you do is let's take this, and I like to work in patterns of 12. Okay. So what I'd love to see you do is I'd love to see you figure out a way to get 12 $3,000 clients. But how cool would it be if you had, since you have capacity for 20, how cool would it be if we could, somewhere between 10 and 15K, get you 8 of those clients? So you've got 12 of your 20 clients, which is about 60%. 60% of your clients are paying you what you think you should be charging, but then you've got about 40% of your clients charging you really what you're worth. Does that make sense? Well, now if you run these numbers here, okay, if you run these numbers here, you almost get your goal of 150K just with these 8 clients, and that's only 2 clients a quarter.
Right.
Does that make sense? And then with this 12 here, right here, so you're only talking 3 clients a quarter. So now you only need 5 clients a quarter as opposed to trying to get 20 clients a quarter.
Okay.
Am I making sense? So I'll show you what I mean by that. So if you come here, let's say we get our 8, and let's say they only pay you 10. Well, that's already $80,000. And then if you get 12 paying your 3, that's $36,000. Okay, right then and there, and that's only with 5 clients. So you almost hit your goal, your financial goal, for about 20% of the workload that you thought you were going to get. So what you need, so the reason why I tell you that is I'd love for you to spend a lot more time down here in this $10,000 to $15,000 range, because you need a lot less of them.
Right.
Oh, does that make sense? And then what you'll find then is this $3,000 range right here. As you work on this, you will actually, in my experiences, is those actually will become a lot harder to come by than your $10,000 to $15,000 folks.
Okay.
As you begin to prove your worth, as you were talking earlier, as you begin giving a ton of stuff away, you build your lead field, okay, full of people that just think you're a hero. You're going to find more people wanting to get to that $10,000 to $15,000 range. Now, if you can get to $15,000 as opposed to $10,000, well, then you hit your goal. Because 15,000 times 8, if I'm doing my math right, is 120,000. Right? Am I right on that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then your 3 times 12 is 36. So that's where I pulled those numbers from. So if you can get to the 15, then you can still keep your workload light, like I'm referring to. You can keep that light, but now you've hit 120,000 in what we call high ticket. Okay, and then you've hit you've hit 36,000 in your lower ticket. You've hit your $150,000 goal with only 20% of the amount of clients that you thought you should take.
Okay.
Are you with me?
Yes.
So now the reason why that's important is because when you go to start building this business, it's going to be a lot easier for you to get 20% of the clients than it is for you to get 100% of the clients.
Yes.
I know this is logic and, the dumb moment for the day. But so that's what I love to work with you on. So these two products right here is really what's core. Now, the nice thing is we haven't even talked about the upsell, like what else you got. Okay. We haven't even talked about this. Although I have a feeling that this $3,000 product right here is going to become your upsell. Okay. So I have a feeling that it will become this right here. Okay. And then just because I know you and I know what you're capable of, and move this stuff out of the way here, because I know what you're capable of, then your core product is going to need to be some kind of residual coaching. Okay. So this is like I have my Launch Fuel Online Coaching Academy. People pay right now it's up to $49 a month, but up to this point it's been $29 a month. Where people pay $29 a month to come in here and I'll give them my best stuff, but I'm not hands-on with them. I do it once, put it in there, forget it. They can access the archives forever. Okay, this right here is this is what a Michael Lukaszewski, he charges $30 a month for his. He calls it his one program, his Church Fuel One. That's what that is. So my gut tells me that you're gonna have to get here. But the easiest thing to build is this one right here. The easiest thing for you to do is to start with high ticket, okay, and then work your way backwards. I have a training on this that I can give you some time. That when you get a little time, you can go in and watch it. But this is my gut. This is my gut tells me that this is probably what you're going to need to build out. What do you think about this?
The high ticket item?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Is the high ticket item a year's worth of one-on-one with me?
No, high ticket item is a month. Is a quarter. It's a quarter. It's a quarter.
It's a quarter. Okay.
It's still the 12 weeks with you, but you give them a lot more. So you're probably going to fly out. You're probably going to fly out there once and meet with their staff, meet with their team, get them organized. Yeah. You may up the amount of calls that you do. You may do 2 calls a month as far as strategy, but then you may do 2 calls a month for rapport. Okay, something like that. So it's just
so it's like a quarter-long partnership. With me, you're getting me not just as a coach, but as a consultant as well.
Right, and the way you're going to sell this is I mean, they probably have a youth pastor on tap for $42,000 plus benefits and things like that. So they're probably spending about $50,000 on a youth pastor. Their budget. So basically what you can do is for about less than a third of the cost of your youth pastor, you're going to be able to get somebody to be able to get your church strategically aligned, okay, for where you want to go. You're going to keep your pastor in the pulpit for a lot longer. And then if they want to go down to this 3,000, they can retain you longer if they need to, but you're going to give them some kind of, so this is going to be like your intense program, your intensive. This is a
90-day church makeover kind of thing.
Right. So like back in the day when you and I were writing the 90-day turnaround type stuff. Right.
Yeah,
that's basically what this is right here. Okay. Because it's right in your wheelhouse. You can nail this like crazy. Okay. You can totally nail it like crazy. And you're only looking at 8 of them over 12 months. So my gut tells me that if you and I built a funnel out and we had all the copy and everything down and you had all the tools that you need. And I said, John, I want you to do nothing but this week. I want you to spend 40 hours a week getting your first 2 clients. My gut tells me that you can get 2 clients if you spend 40 hours. Focus trying to get there, and you only need 2 a quarter. Does that make sense? So two a quarter, 2 at any one time is relatively easy to get. But what I know about you is you have to have a lot of margin in your schedule because you want to write, you want to travel, you want to eat all these good places, you want to spend time with your girl, you want to spend time with your family, and you're going to want to do a lot of this consulting that you're doing with like the Chamber of Commerce's and all of those things. So you're going to need some time in your schedule. So my fear for you is that all you do is stick with the 3,000. It's really going to burn you out, and you're going to have to work your butt off to get 20 clients just to make a living.
But I only need 2 high ticket items per quarter to make a living. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Right. And so I think we can get this, and you're talking 330,000 churches in North America. You can find 8 of them to give you $15,000.
Okay.
And if we can't find 8 of them, okay. Right. Yeah. And the way that I think that you build this up is what I was telling you earlier with mimicking my academy concept. That remember that Fix Your Church Academy?
Yes.
Okay. So I still have all that stuff. I think that just becomes free now.
Okay.
Okay. And so what I would do is I would put a price on it, but just put like for the next 30 days, I'm going to open it up for anybody who wants it. I'm going to give you a year in there for free. okay? And you're going to come in there. They're going to be most excited at the beginning. You're going to set a schedule. You're going to get them in there for free. You're going to start giving them your best stuff, and they're going to become a lead cesspool for you in a good way. It'll be a lead pool for you that you're going to be able to help, okay? And then you're going to be able to pick them off and bring them up to the high ticket. So now you don't have to go searching for them. You don't need to go do Facebook ads. You don't need to spend all this money on marketing. You know, my gut tells me that if you put together Fix Your Church Academy and it was free, you could probably send out 4 or 5 emails, and you could probably have 100 people in there next week.
Yeah.
That's what my gut tells me, right?
Okay.
I'm asking, that's a question.
I think you're right. Yeah, no, I think you're right. Yeah.
Right. So if you did that, if you did something like that, like if this were Fix Your Church, okay, Academy.
Yeah. Pastors love the word free. So yeah, if I just say, hey, for free, you get to come in. Yeah, we could get 100 people in there.
Right. And so now you don't have to do this, but I do think that eventually, in fact, I would say not eventually, I think you should do it immediately. This core product here, I think that what you should do is, and you should have a parallel one, which was a paid version, okay, of your academy. And then, like I was telling you earlier, have a paid version, because you're going to want some residual income. Okay. Yes. You know, and this may be like Michael's Church Fuel 1, where they can come in here and they can get some paid stuff for you. Man, John, I really want you. I can't afford 15 grand. John, I really want you, but boy, our church is only doing 20,000 a year. I can't afford $3,000. Great. We'll pay $30 a month. You can be in this paid version. And oh, by the way, if you move from the monthly to the annual fee, I'm going to give you one free 30-minute coaching call. Okay, which I value at $500. So hey, for $299, you're going to get a $500 call for free. Okay, so not only are you going to get to go into my year program for free, or for a discount, but you're also going to be able to get a one-on-one call, and I can unlock the juices for you in that one-on-one call. Well, in that one-on-one call, then you sell them on the $3,000 and the $15,000 upsell. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So So what you're doing is you're creating a built-in sales machine for you, all in the name of giving stuff away.
Okay.
Am I confusing you?
No, not at all.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. I spent way too long on that because we only got 6 minutes left. So we haven't done it. We haven't done any of the onboarding stuff here. So just tell me what you think about this. What resonates with you, and what do you hate?
I don't hate anything. I'm trying to absorb it all. Yeah. This is the part of stuff that I'm not well versed in.
Right.
I'm a content creator, and so figuring out the magnet stuff, that's stuff that I don't tend. My brain doesn't think that way. So so I'm just trying to absorb everything, and I'm trying to think what I have already in place and where it could fit on this ladder.
So here's what we can do. Kendra, could you get John access to my Launch Fuel?
And, I already got it. I already got a note. Yeah.
Okay. By the way, I noticed when I was in there yesterday that somehow the title of my master classes has been changed to Millionaire Vault. So I don't know what happened with that, but we could take a look at that. That's going to change back. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm assuming one of the students was just in there messing around with something, and I don't know what happened, but yeah, take a look at that. If you can get it, so John, what I'd like for you to do is I'd like for you to look at my Launch Fuel Online Coaching Academy and just see what's in there and see if you can mimic that for churches.
Okay.
Okay. And because I think you could, and you and I have talked about this a lot already, because you already have those dynamics in place with the old Fix Your Church Academy that you and I spent all that time on. Okay. Yeah. It's already together. I've already got it built. It's still in the archive. Okay. So Kendra, let's send him links if we can. There's a folder under my ClickFunnels called John Allen Turner. Let's send him links if we can, not to the editable version, but let's just send him links to the preview version so he can jump on there and see what's in there, so it'll refresh his memory.
Okay.
If we could, because I got a feeling that your Fix Your Church Academy is already. I mean, actually, the paid version, not the free version, but I got a feeling your paid version is honestly ready to roll.
Okay.
With that, okay, because you spent so much time and energy on it. It looks really good, and so I think we can recycle this and get you. And this will probably be like $30 a month, okay. But what we'll do is we'll start here. So, all you need for this is you need a Zoom room, and you need a Facebook page. for your free Church Academy. Okay. And I'll help you figure out what's going to go in that. The paid version, you need a funnel and you need some other stuff, but you already have that. Okay. And then, so I think the funnel that we need to build for you then is we need to build a coaching funnel. This $3,000 coaching funnel, and we need to build this $15,000 order form.
Okay.
But I think we could put all of this together for you, have you a nice business set up relatively soon for the amount of money that you can invest in it.
Good.
Okay.
This is one of those things where, like, you know, I would love a clear division of labor on this because again, these are the kinds of things that it's beyond me. And it's why I'm hiring you. So
right. So let's do this. Why don't we schedule? I know you got to go in 2 minutes, and I got to go in 2 minutes. Why don't we schedule another call for you here in a couple of days, and then over the rest of a little bit later on, Ken and I'll get together. We'll get this organized for you, and then what we'll do is I'll give you a proposal, and hey, John, here's what I think you should do. Okay. So now, Kendra, on a normal onboarding call, you would ask a lot more questions than I did.
I know.
But I already know John.
We'll get it. Well, next one, I'll do everything that we just talked about, and John, I'll send you the link again to do another call. We'll just make. Jed, do you want to make the next one for an hour?
Yeah, let's spend an hour together. Yeah.
All right, great. So I'll send the new link over, John. I think he's frozen, or he is on my end.
Yeah, it's not a very good view either. Can you hear me, John? Okay. He'll get this recording. It's okay. We're making fun of you right now, John. So.
No. All right.
So okay.
Wonderful. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, Al. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.